6. Happy Friday. We've been talking about the different types of energies. We're going to get into more of the different types of energies, but how we use energies in this world and where we get this energy from. It says every day humans use energy for a variety of sources. These sources include fossil fuels, wind, water, solar energy, nuclear energy, and geothermal energy. So we're going to talk about renewable energies in this lesson. Today we're going to get just the first half of it as we start to talk and understand our energy needs and the importance that comes from those energy needs. It says this: the picture of this page shows what Earth looks like at night. Hundreds of satellite images were put together to make the picture. You can see that human-made light shows up all across the planet. Can you see the area that have the most light? So guys, if I'm down here and I'm picturing this world, number one, obviously you can't take a picture of the whole world with one picture because it's round. So they literally took pictures and then spliced them all together so we have a world map with the lights on. Now, if I'm looking at this map, guys, in my head, I'm instantly drawn to America over here, where we have massive amounts of light. Now, the brighter the light, usually the bigger the city. So you're seeing our East Coast here with Newark, New York, Chicago, things like that are jumping out. Europe has a lot of major cities that you can see are nice and bright. Japan, decent amount of lights. And then, guys, you can also see, like if you think about our Midwest dark spots, the Amazon River Valley here, okay? Huge tropical rainforests. Not picturing up a whole lot of light there because there's not very many people there. The Sahara Desert, nope, not a whole lot of light in the Sahara Desert. Siberia, the frozen land of Russia. Okay, so you can see, number one, that obviously there's a lot of light going on and being produced, but you can also see that at night, huge chunks of our country, I shouldn't say country, huge chunks of our world are done. They want to save the electricity that they have. They don't have a need for that, and they don't run, 24 hours a day. And that has, we're used to light, but that's not always there. Okay, as you can guess from the picture, one of the largest uses of energy on Earth is to produce light. So you have number one in your notes. One way we use a ton of energy, guys, is to simply give off light. But energy is needed for many other uses. Each time you ride in a car, a bus, a train, you're taking part in an activity that uses energy. When you use a computer, watch TV, listen to a CD, you are using energy. Cooking, heating, cooling your home, doing the laundry, everything requires energy. It's actually really, really difficult for us guys not to be doing something that requires energy. Energy is constantly being used. You think about my house. It's nighttime and I turn off all my lights. The amount of things that are still using energy is amazing. Maybe I'm charging my electronics. I have an alarm clock on. My heater is running. The refrigerator is running. The freezer is running. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even if we think we're not using energy, there's so many things that are happening and running in the background. That's absolutely amazing. So energy constantly being used. You can't imagine a world without it. When I lived down in Houston, Texas, there was a guy who owned a big ranch, 200 acres, out in the middle of nowhere. And he had no electricity. And he would let me go there. And I just remember that if I wanted lights, I had to take a flashlight. If I wanted heat, I needed to make a fire. If I wanted to cook anything, it was over a fire. And I loved going there, being out in nature. But I loved it for about one day. And then it's like, you know what? I miss running water. I miss flipping a light switch and having light. I miss having something cold to drink. And it was fun to, get back to nature, but it's also, man, I miss electricity. Another major use of electricity. Businesses use energy to power their computers, their phones, their fax machines, their copy machines, and their cash registers. Number 2 in your notes. Energy powers industrial machines to make products. Number 3 in your notes. Theaters use energy to show movies. Restaurants use it to cook food and to keep it from spoiling in refrigerators. Ships, trucks, and trains need energy to transport. Number 4 in your notes, goods all around the world. So what your book is trying to give you is just helping you expand up. Man, energy is used everywhere. We obviously need a lot of energy. So as we go through the next part of this lesson, you're going to be able to see, my goodness, we got to figure out some serious sources because we need a ton of energy. All right. What's happened to our energy needs over time? The need for energy resources in most areas of the world has changed over time. Early societies used some energy resources such as wood, which is an energy resource, guys, for light, heat, and cooking. Even early farming societies use energy, but compared to today, energy use, they didn't use much. They depended on animals to pull plows and other farm equipment. So I wrote this, guys, number 5. All societies have used energy. What's happened over time? The need has definitely increased with time. What are the reasons for the increase? Let's find out. In the late 1700s, people in the United States began to use industry to meet their needs. Tasks that in the past were done either by people or by animals were now done by machines. So reasons for an increase, especially in electrical energy, guys, is we used to do it ourselves, now we're doing it with machines. Reason number 2, factories began producing clothing, furniture, building equipment, farm machines, later automobiles. Making these products required a source of energy. Usually it was electricity, guys. So when we get to our test, they're going to talk about what is most energy used for. It's electricity. Running these factories often runs on electricity. As the country's population grew, the demand for products also increased. So B, there are more factories. I just wrote the word making products. You could have listed everything, but I just summarized it. Factories make products. You have them all down here, guys. So I just required these, making these products requires a ton of energy. And letter C, the population increase. As there's more people, obviously we need more energy. Think about it at your homes, and then they just talk about you wanting all these products. We open new factories, and the need for energy increase. The demand for more energy continues today. Look at the graph to see how we use energy. Okay? Let me finish up before I go through the graph with you. Much of the increase in the use of energy results from the use of more electricity. Number 7 in your notes. Except for lightning, electricity is not a resource found in nature. So I wrote that sentence backwards, guys, in your notes here. Electricity is a resource that is found in nature, except in, you have to write lightning here, and then you want your extra credit. You can see that I forgot the word, didn't I? So I'm going to put the word in here that you should be writing in here. Put a big old circle around it. It's not found in nature. So guys, I need electricity, but we can't harness it. And today I can have a lightning rod out there so that lightning hits the lightning rod, but we don't gather electricity from lightning. So the question is, where does the energy come from? We're going to find that out next week when we go through that. All right, how we finish it out here is just this graph here. They've taken the average use of energy and they divide it into 4 categories: transportation, residential, commercial, and industrial. And I'm just going to define those for you if you don't know it. Industry is, we use 34% of all the energy in the world, in America today, is used to make products. So industries is your factories, guys. I have the Harley Davidson factory here that's using energy. There's all kinds of major corporations in Milwaukee that are building things. That's using 1/3 of our energy, 34%. Transportation is used to transport the products or move the products. So these are your semis, your trains, your planes, your cars getting to and from, the city buses, taxis, Ubers, that list goes on. That's 28% of all the energy in America is going to power our vehicles. Residential is energy used, I'm going to use the word used in homes. This is where you reside. It's where you live. So 1/5 of all the energy in America turns on your TV, runs your heaters, runs your refrigerator, powers all your appliances, gives us all our electronics. all that stuff, 20%. And 18% is commercial, guys. This is used to, I wrote the word, sell products. When you hear the word commercial, you think about watching a commercial on TV. When I watch a commercial on TV, my job is to buy that product. So I'm going to go to a store, I'm going to the mall. That's a commercial place, guys. It's where they sell products. So I'm going to make a Ford truck. The industry builds the Ford truck. The car dealership that sells it is commercial. They're selling me the truck. The semi that took the truck from the industry to the dealership is transportation. I bought it and I take it to my house. It's sitting in residential. So keep those four straight as we understand the uses of energy. Okay, I'm going to stop there today. Have a great Friday. We're going to pick up the next page because I didn't want to get into all these energies because it's going to take us some time to work through these last 2 pages of this lesson as we start to go through all these renewable resources and non-renewable resources for energy. So guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday morning.